Dangote Petroleum Refinery and Petrochemicals has withdrawn its lawsuit against the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority, NMDPRA, the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited, NNPCL, and 5 other petroleum companies. The case, filed at the Federal High Court, Abuja, was formally withdrawn by the plaintiff's legal team. According to a notice of discontinuance filed before the court, Dangote Refinery resolved to end the proceedings against all 7 defendants, including AYM Shafa Limited, AA Rano Limited, Tea Time Petroleum Limited, 2015 Petroleum Limited, and Matrix Petroleum Services Limited. In the notice, no official reason was given for its decision to discontinue the case. Details of the decision, including the reliefs sought and whether or an out-of-court settlement was reached, remain unclear. I mean, Tunde, in your opinion, what do you think prompted Dangote Refinery to withdraw such high-stake lawsuits? I mean, 100 billion naira lawsuit. What do you think prompted Dangote Refinery to withdraw?
A lot of developments has occurred since the thing was instituted. And you will recall that first of all, the federal government has given him a soft landing by insisting that the Naira for crude policy has to continue, and that the NNPC is no more in strong opposition. I would say opposition, I won't say competition against the Dangote Refinery. Now, as things stand today, Dangote Refinery distributes more fuel all over Nigeria than every other, even the NNPC. Look at the NNPC now, even the refineries are likely to be sold. And now that, look at in the last 2 months, Dangote Refinery has consistently been reducing the price of its product.
Exactly.
So it is, you may not get the reasons actually, but you can fathom that as a good businessman, enough grant has been given to you to operate, and he has been able to be selling his oil in Nigeria. So there may be no reason to continue to a case against those people who have somewhat been incapacitated by fighting him, because the government has given him a soft landing. So he can continue his business in Nigeria. So every other thing, it may be a political settlement that is beyond what we all know. But the fact remains that Dangote Refinery is operating. All others too are operating in a level playing field. Even Dangote just said that it's going to import 900 trucks of CNG.
Yeah, 4,000 trucks.
It said 4,000 initially, now 9,000, so that you can encourage
distribution, logistics
distribution in all over the country. So what does that tell you? It tells you that a level playing field has been given to him to continue his business, and there may not be any need to continue that suit. That is what it means.
I mean, do you see this withdrawal as easing the tension in the downstream sector, or do you see this as just a temporary truce?
Since the coming of this new NNPCL management, I've noticed that Dangote I think he has a chummy relationship with them. And apart from that, if you notice these few days, Dangote has been
reducing the price,
has been praising the president to high heavens. So meaning that the president's policies have been,
favoring him
of some sort. Because if you look at one, just like Mr. Abato said, the federal government gave marketers the opportunity to buy directly from him.
Yes.
Even going to import. There was a time that, remember, I don't know if you saw that viral video then, when the whole issue about Dangote and the rest of the marketers were really hot. Somebody using generator to say Dangote
to test, this one lasts more
than this, So it went to that height of don't use Dangote, use our own, But now we are not seeing stuff like that. Most marketers buy from Dangote based on the policy, the crude for Naira for crude, is also favoring him. So by the time you look at all these policies, I feel to him, he just felt that, why should I continue with this case? Because then the marketers were even saying that, the marketers, those who were importing, we are saying that if we give this man the opportunity, he's going to monopolize the whole industry, in the whole sector, you know. So, but he has now looked at it, and I don't think I can continue with this lawsuit, even though we know that the PIA, you know, Act actually gave the opportunity for people to import, but only when
because at that time he based his argument on section 317 sub 8 sub 9 of the PIA, saying that license should only when there is a petroleum product shortage.
You understand?
So he was complaining about
he has the capacity.
But he has the capacity. But he was telling us that he has the capacity, and even till now he has the capacity.
But is he meeting that? You know,
Dangote meeting.
Is he meeting that capacity of feeding the
entire? Ask yourself, is he getting the enough crude for him to meet
the capacity?
You understand? So that is where we also have to come in. You know. So, but for my own the joy is that he has removed this suit.
Yes.
And then those who will be importing can also import, and we want to see competition.
True.
Me, I will be happy to drive to the filling station, and I'll buy fuel for maybe 500 to 700, depending.
I have the choice. Okay, I can, if I decide
if I go to one of the retail that is from Dangote, and they're selling at 800. And I go to another place, it's 500. It's the 500 that I will buy.
Absolutely.
Some people will say it's substandard, you know, that is going to spoil your engine and all that. Let me shall buy. You understand? But the thing is, that could also force Dangote to come down to 500.
Absolutely. That's what competition does.
That is where the competition, you know, comes in. But I am happy that at least he has reasoning, let me use that word. Has prevailed, you know, and he has decided to remove this suit, because the federal government is also giving him the opportunity for his business to thrive and to survive. Imagine giving the opportunity for marketers to come and buy directly from you. I remember even, and sometimes you also look at it, even when he gave the opportunity to some marketers.
Yes.
Do you know they also tried to even double cross him too? You know. But we don't want to put that out here, but it happened. Because at some point, Dangote people say, we are telling you people this is what you need to do, but you are still trying to double cross, trying to see how you can sabotage that particular goodwill that you want to do. So, but this is a good plus for them. It's a good plus for Dangote, and as well as Nigeria. Because if we have somebody who is giving us petrol, because there's no day that I've heard that there's scarcity of petrol.
Yeah, that's one thing we should
for a very long
administration.
Yes.
You know, this administration.
For the last 2 years, we've not heard scarcity of petrol.
ASU strike, every other thing.
So when you look at it, it's a big plus.
I mean, it's a good thing to give credit to this administration that it's been a while
those two things.
We saw that thing. I mean, but in rounding of this conversation, do you still think that the withdrawal of this lawsuit is a result of maybe like a negotiated settlement or maybe external pressure from the government?
Well, I think a lot of things happens behind the scenes.
Behind the scenes.
But as a good businessman, if you know that enough environment or enough level playing field has been given to you to operate normally as a businessman without necessarily hurting others, there's no point in being in court. Because naturally, when you stay in court too long, the relationship cannot be the same again. There's no point still taking the government or the system that has encouraged you to be in business, still in court with them. But if those people, if the NNPC and NMDPRA continue to frustrate him, he could not have withdrawn the case from court.
But those ones will not stop giving out licenses.
Yes,
they will stop.
They will stop. If you believe that by importing you can compete with Dangote, go ahead.
Exactly.
Yes.
By importing you can compete with Dangote. Let them give them license and let them come and compete. It's a free marketplace.
Absolutely.
Like I said,
you can see
Dangote
even the six companies that you mentioned, some of them, I'm very sure they will have refineries outside.
In the last 3 months or so, you have been reducing.
So at least we can see that the tension, easing tension in the Nigeria's downstream oil sector with this one.